The process of thinking about what someone else is thinking is called theory of mind, and it's one of the things that allows human sociality to be so complicated. In fact, our capacity for theory of mind is so rampant and effortless that some psychological researchers have proposed an implicit theory of mind system. In other words, that humans can sometimes just know what's going on in someone's mind without devoting explicit and conscious effort. In 2010, Dana Sampson and colleagues sought proof of implicit theory of mind by conducting an experiment that is now known as the dot perspective task. They showed adult subjects a character surrounded by dots and simply asked the subjects to verify how many dots were depicted within the scene. They found that response speed and accuracy were influenced by how many dots the character could see, even though the character was irrelevant to the task. They took this as evidence that participants were implicitly calculating the character's visual perspective, and in certain trials, that this was causing a conflict which hindered response efficiency. But not everyone was convinced. Some argued that experimental subjects weren't actually responding to what the character could see, but only where the character was pointing. And in the following decades, dozens of experiments have tried to figure out whether the dot perspective task really taps implicit theory of mind, or whether the whole thing can be chalked up to directional cueing. While some researchers remain skeptical, others firmly believe that the task taps theory of mind and have begun to use it as a tool to ground further research. Our current project is a meta-analysis, which will analyze data from over 50 dot perspective task studies and use a series of models to determine which variables underlie performance within the task. Data collection is ongoing, but preliminary analyses have revealed that there is evidence for theory of mind within the task, but that this evidence is small in comparison to that of directionality. We believe this presents a serious issue for experiments which have used the dot perspective task as a diagnostic tool, for instance, within autism spectrum disorder or schizophrenia patients. Future versions of the dot perspective task will need to take careful measures to dissociate the effects of theory of mind from those of directional cueing. In addition to these implications for theory of mind, our project also has an important methodological message. We want to show one way that large amounts of old data can be utilized to ask new questions, motivated by ever more precise hypotheses. We hope that by collecting and sharing large amounts of data, we can encourage the field to better contribute to and empirically utilize the ever-growing literature, and that meta-analyses like this one can form an important part of a more productive and collaborative future for psychological research.